Cat Chat. It's Wendy.
And me.
Isaac. Yeah, thanks Isaac for joining me again for another episode of Cat Chat.
Oh, it's been awesome. I love to do this.
I know, you're doing really good at it too. We've got a big guy here, so we're going to hurry up and do him. Okay, hold on. Hold on, Lionel. This is Lionel, and he's super friendly. Okay, Lionel, it's okay. And he's dressed in his best outfit today. See his little bow tie? Hi, Lionel. You do boo-boo-boo. He's such a cutie. So he just came out of our 2-week quarantine. We just got him. He's adoptable for the first time today.
Ooh, wow.
And today is Thursday, March 11th. And so if you like a big dude, okay, Lionel, okay, let's calm down. Let's calm it down some. Okay, there we go. If you'd like a big dude, he's 20 pounds. He's just solid as a rock, healthy as a horse, beautiful cat that doesn't like other cats. And we put him in a room with lots of other cats, and he's a little bit trying to figure things out right now. This is his first day. He's only been in this free roaming room for a couple of hours, and he's doing pretty good, but he has a little bit of anxiety right now because he has not figured out where he'd like to sleep and eat and things. So he just needs another day or two to figure things out. He really should go to an only cat home because it was brought here because he was an only cat who his mommy had to go live with family. She could no longer live by herself, and her family had lots of cats. Her daughter's family had lots of cats, and he was used to being the only cat. So things weren't working out so well. He was kind of bullying the other cats around because he kind of is big and he knows it. But with people, he's an angel. So if you want a lap cat and you want to just hang out with this big dude, come on and get Lionel because he's so handsome. We said he's a perfect gentleman in his new little outfit, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he is. The orange is the perfect color for that cat.
Yeah, he looks great. Actually, I was going through some of the stuff that was donated, and I found this, and I told Miss Kristen, our shelter manager, Miss Kristen, I said, Miss Kristen, look, I think that should go on a really big cat, and she decided it should go on Lionel. Because maybe, he's saying, no, I don't know who that is. That's another male down here. And and thank you, Mike, camera guy, for Armstrong. Thank you again, Mike, for being our camera guy. If you want to take a look down here.
That's Miss Minerva.
That's Miss Minerva.
Oh, yeah, there's a pink.
Oh, yeah. She looks a lot like Cannon sometimes. I get them mixed up sometimes when they're laying like that because Cannon is a boy and he looks a lot like her. But this is Miss Minerva, and she's sweet, too. We have tons of available cats right now that are adults because kittens are just now being born. Finally, we're kind of coming out of the time of year where we don't have kittens that are available for adoption because the cats stop going into heat in the late fall, and they don't have them in the winter time. So they have all gone through their heat cycle. A lot of them are pregnant. We're already seeing kittens being born, and it's going to take us 8 weeks to raise those kittens and then get them spayed and neutered. So in about 2 months' time, and certainly in 3 months, in the middle of June, there's going to be a kitten explosion, right?
Finally, it's going to be raining cats and dogs.
Cats and kittens.
Or the cats are going to scare off the dogs, but so it'll just be raining cats.
Cats, raining cats. Now, you've been a volunteer for how many years?
2 years.
So you've kind of been through 2 summers worth of Kitten Krazy. What does room 2, the kitten room, look like in the middle of summer?
Wait.
The floor moves with kittens. They're everywhere.
Like you can barely see the floor.
Right? There's kittens and kittens and kittens.
And it will just be a giant, like, litter of cats.
There are piles of cats. So, for those of you who are looking for kittens, if you just wait for June, you'll have a pick of anything that you want. If you want a kitten sooner, you can always check with us. We do have a few that were born early, but they're going super fast. So you can call, you can put your name on the list. We have some that will be ready in a month. And we do have some that we're going to show you today that will be ready in a month. But that's about the earliest that we're going to have any number of kittens. So mostly from now till a month or two from now, we're going to try to help us move some of these older cats. Okay? All right, so we're going to talk next about a kitty named Sky.
Ooh, that's a good cat name.
I like the cat named Sky. He came with the name Sky, and he is only, he was born in November. So he's only 4 months old. And thank you, Kristen, our shelter manager extraordinaire. And Sky is so adorable. Come here, Sky. Come here, handsome. Well, I want to kind of handle him gently. Thank you, Kristen. Got a little hip action going here. Come here, piggy. All right, well, we're handling him a little gently. Thank you, Kristen. Hi, Sky. Aw. If you want to help us out, we just spend a lot of money on Sky. He's just a baby. He's only 4 months old. And the person that brought him brought us 4 cats total that day. And Sky, when Kristen and I were checking them in, we just fell in love with all 4 of them. They're all sweet babies. But this young gal, she wasn't allowed to have cats in her apartment, and she had all these cats in her apartment. And she was going to get evicted. They were going to tell her she had to move, and she didn't have any money. And she had told us that Sky was peeing all over the house, and it had been kind of for a while. And then he started pooping around the house too. And so I was asking her lots of questions, because a lot of times the first question you want to ask people is, did you take him to the vet? Because if you don't take him to the vet, you don't know if the reason he's going outside the box is because he has a medical problem. That's fixable. Just know too that these male cats, I don't care how young they are, they can get blocked. They can't pee. They can get a blockage that causes them to not be able to pee, a urinary tract infection, and they will die. And they will die within days if it gets severe enough. Eventually, it will get severe enough, they will die. You must get your male cat to the vet if you ever see them straining in the litter box. If they look like they're trying to pee and nothing comes out, you must get them to the vet that day, because if they cannot pee, they will die. And oftentimes you just put them on a urinary tract special food and they're fine the rest of their life. Sometimes they're not. It just depends. But once they get one, they're kind of susceptible to them, just like people that have an issue with that. But when we got Sky and we were told that he is so young, it was hard to believe that he would have a terrible medical issue, but it's not off the table. Well, then the next day, actually it was that day. Mm-hmm. It was that day, we had put him in a free roaming room, and it was just him and another kitty, and he was peeing straight blood on the floor. He peed again, and he peed literal straight blood on the floor. And I said, he must go to the vet right now. We took him to the vet, and we're going to show you, Mike is going to put up on the screen the bladder stones that were in this cat. Extraordinarily painful condition to these cats, just like us. If you've ever had a bladder stone, the size of the bladder stones that came out of a kitten was extraordinary. And he is now free of his bladder stones and free of his pain. And this poor kitten would have lived until he died because he was peeing straight blood. They were stuck. They were stuck. And he was in real pain. But he was always a sweetie pie, wasn't he? Just always a sweetie pie. So we're going to ask if anybody out there would like to help us with his vet bills. We are struggling financially because of COVID and everything. The other thing is, whoever adopts Sky will need to make sure that he's on special food so that he does not develop any more stones. And that is a prescription. There is a prescription food out there to help prevent them. He may need vet care down the line. But he is worth it. He is my little sweet boy, my little Sky. Isn't he cute?
Yeah, he's very soft.
He's very soft and he's very, very sweet. Yes, him is. And his other housemates are already adopted, aren't they?
No, they're still here.
They're still here. Okay. And they're really sweet. Yeah, they all need to be, the rest of them need to be fixed, but they're about this. One other one is this age, and I think the other ones are a little bit bigger. They're 6 months old. Yeah, this is the only one this age. Then there's 2 more that are 6 months old. And so those are probably the youngest kittens that you're going to see us have right now, because they were from late fall. And now people are saying, no, because they're not kittens anymore. Now they're kind of wanting them gone. So, hi, Sky. He's a short-haired, brown nose means they're a brown tabby.
I thought she was an orange tabby.
Nope, a brown nose, brown tabby.
Oh.
All right, because he's got a swirly pattern here, and that's a classic tabby.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got this beautiful boy. Please come and help us by giving him a good home, right? Say thanks, Sky. Sweet, sweet boy. Okay, here we go, Kristen. Thank you. Thank you. He's a sweet, sweet boy. What do you have in your magazine until we get another kitty?
So it kind of goes with the thing, if your cat is peeing out of the litter box, it's one of Jackson Galaxy's household tips.
Jackson Galaxy. Who doesn't know Jackson Galaxy? If you have a cat, you probably know Jackson Galaxy.
I sure know him really well.
Yeah.
So one of his house tips is, if you have one cat, you should have 2 litter boxes. So if you have 7 cats, you should have 8 litter boxes. So the amount of cats you have, add 1 to the litter box amount.
That's right. That's right. That's the general rule of everybody out there. All the smart cat people. They say add an extra box just in case. And how often should you clean the box?
Probably once a day.
At least once a day. At least once a day, and that way they stay nice and clean. Because if they get dirty,
they won't want to they don't want to go to the bathroom in it.
Yeah, then they might choose somewhere else to go.
And that's probably of course it wasn't why, but that's one of the reasons if your cat is peeing out of the litter box, it's probably because it's not clean or there's not enough litter boxes.
That's right. And sometimes they don't like where the litter box is. So I tell people a lot of times, don't put your litter box in the laundry room. Because, do you know what the washer and dryer sounds like sometimes? Really loud.
Like a wrecking ball?
Sometimes, like mine just need to be fixed. And before I had them fixed, they were really loud. And when they're really loud, guess what that sounds like to them? A monster.
Like danger.
Danger. And you then put your litter box right next to the giant, the monster, and expect that it's going to use it. Well, maybe it's not going to use it next to the monster. Maybe they don't know what a washer dryer is, and they're scared. So that's another reason why they may not want to use the litter box. And another reason is they might not like the texture of the litter. If you're using clay, try scoopable. If you're using scoopable, try clay. They work very differently, and we've had multiple shows to show how that is used properly. So if you want to see that, just look on our Facebook page. We have all the YouTube videos out there, and look for the show where I show you how to use clay litter versus scoopable litter, because it's two different types of litter, and they're used two different types of ways. So, but there's also another thing that you can go get, which is called Cat Attract. Ooh. It's a special kind of litter, and I actually think they advertise it in these magazines. So there's Cat Attract and there's Kitten Attract, and it has something in there that attracts the cat to the litter box, something that smells, or I'm thinking it's a smell. Oh, that's a different litter. And it will attract them to the litter box. Another thing that you can try to reacquaint your cat that may not be using the litter box properly, maybe it's not using the litter box at all, try moving the litter box to a different place. Try different litter. But in order to get your cat to start a new habit of using it, a habit, because it's here that the habit starts, is to put your cat in a small room, like a bathroom, for 10 to 14 days. Put the litter box, the food, and litter. If the cat has nowhere else to go, other than maybe the tub or whatever, but if the choice for the cat is the litter box, and they start to realize that the litter box is not an enemy, it doesn't hurt, everything's fine, you can re-teach your cat to, as a habit, to use the litter box. A lot of people who have declawed cats, their cat stops to use the litter box because after the declaw, their paws hurt. And when they go in the litter box and they scratch, oh, ow, 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 they don't realize that it's not the box that's not hurting them. They don't realize it's their own paws. So many cats that have been declawed are what's called litter box averse. They stop using the litter box. So when you declaw your cat, the best thing to do is to use shredded up newspaper if you are going to declaw, and I'm not advocating for declawing or anything like that, but if you do, use newspaper so that at least it doesn't hurt their paws when they go to try to bury it. So you can, if you have a paper shredder at home, shred the paper in the paper shredder, and you get all that shredded paper, and you just put that in the litter box for 2 weeks, because at that point then they should be healed enough that it won't hurt. There's lots of reasons why cats don't use the litter box, but a lot of them are fixable. So this is Cannon. I don't know if we could see him on the thing, but on the camera. Are we doing Quincy next? Oh my goodness. Quincy. You know Quincy.
He's got the
Oh yeah, that cat. He's so
belly.
soft.
Hi Quincy, thank you. Isn't he gorgeous?
Yeah.
By the time this show airs, Quincy is going to be adoptable. Now Quincy has been with us for months. He was super tiny when he got here. He came with another kitten that did not make it. He passed away within days. They had severe pneumonia. They were very uncared for kittens.
What's pneumonia?
Pneumonia is like a cold, only it goes into your lungs.
Oh.
And it can be deadly to people.
Oh.
People that are old and young, that don't have strong immune systems, have a hard time fighting pneumonia off. And so do the cats. And he's purring up a storm. But when he first got here, he was a mess. He would look like his hair was all greasy and dirty. And he's just a gorgeous boy now. He's been very loved. Our team of volunteers have absolutely gone way overboard to care for him and his mom. Her name is Boston, and she's getting spayed next week. She had some medical issues too. So many of the cats that we take in have all kinds of medical issues, and we spend a lot of money to ensure their health before they go home. And we tell all of our adopters every single thing that we've had to do to get them healthy so that they're not unaware that maybe this cat might be sick the rest of its life. Maybe, you know, or this cat had this and watch out for this and thus and thus. This cat is doing super great and is finally, at 4 months old, finally ready to get neutered next week, which is, he's actually getting neutered on St. Patrick's Day. And it's going to be first come, first serve on the 18th. We're going to open the door and run because he's going to be available. And I tell you, he's special. He's our little angel. Irene lovingly opens the tent that he and his mom live in. And then because neither one were spayed or neutered, we were real concerned that he might want to be with his mom. So at night we would separate them, but Irene would let him out and he just walks around, and this is his only home that he's ever known. And Irene treats him real special and gives him special food and special love. So, because when he first got here, he was kind of feral. He was very unhandled and he didn't really like people, and now he loves people. But he's a medium-haired, black and white. He's about 50% black and 50% white, and we call that a bicolor. A bicolored cat. Bi meaning two colors, and he's got short hair here and long hair here, so that's a medium-haired cat. If everything was this long, like these, then he'd be a long-haired cat. But see up here, it's real short, and long. That's a medium-haired cat. Do you want to see him? Isn't he cute? He likes you. Oh, he's purring, guys.
Oh, he might sit on my book.
You want to remove the book so he sits on your lap? Look at him. Oh, he's just had a time of it. He was just so sick, guys. Poor little boy. But when we take in a cat here at Kitten Krazy, I always say it's like hitting the lottery, you know, because we can't take in everybody, but those we do take in, we commit to, and we make sure that they're perfectly healthy. Let me see your ear. I just noticed something. I want to see your ear. He could use an ear cleaning. Yes, him could.
Oh, there's like dirt in there.
Yeah, there's dirt in there. We got to get your ears cleaned up, mister.
And if we don't clean it up, an ear infection can happen,
It
right?
could happen, but they just need a little swabbing out. I'm noticing they need a little swabbing out. But we'll make sure his ears are all cleaned up and ready for him to go home next week. All right, he's a dolly, isn't he? Who's next, Kristen? The babies. Do you want to do something else out of your book?
Yep.
Oh, he's so handsome. Thank you. He's my handsome boy. All right. What else you got in your book?
So, there's one of the things that says be calm and gentle to your cat. So the first two sentences are really good. It says, take care and not to have frightening things happening around your cat or when your cat is around you. First and foremost, your cat needs to learn that you are safe and can be trusted. So when your cat is young, you shouldn't like provoke them or like make them like unhappy of their surroundings. Because if you teach them that like maybe like the couch is like a monster, well, every time they go near here, they'll like hug the wall, so they'll be far away from this. So you shouldn't like tell your cat that things are frightening.
That is so true. And we just got in a cat today, and her name is Sky too. For right now, until we change it, because we already have a Sky. But we just got in this cat today, and her name is Sky. And Kristen and I were very lucky to not get all scratched up because she is really mean. She's a house cat. She's not a feral cat. But from interviewing the person that brought her to us and finding out a little bit more about the background of this cat, it was not his cat. It was his personal medical caretaker's cat. Come to find out, there was a lot of alcohol and other things involved in her home, and there was a lot of anxiety in the home. And maybe she did not treat her cat very well in the home. And the cat learned, I'm going to get you before you get me. And also, from the anxiety in the home situation, she has anxiety. And so when Kristen went to pull her out of the carrier so we can examine her, she got really bitey, swipey, and nasty. I think because of what you're saying, this cat, who we then put on the floor and let her walk around and was just as at home as if she was at home. She wasn't afraid, but she definitely is the kind of cat that has major catitude. So whenever we kind of went towards her, she was ready to get us before we got her. And so she was taught by her environment and the anxiety and everything else that she's going to get you before you get her, and just always be on your guard. Just always be on your guard. We're going to try to work with her. We're going to try to help her rethink things. It might not happen because once their personality's set, a lot of times that's what you get. So we're going to try to work with her because this gentleman was very desperate for help. Nobody was helping him, and he was going into the hospital today. From the time he dropped her off, I believe he was heading to the hospital because he was being admitted to the hospital, and there would have been nobody to take care of this cat. And I'm not really sure, Kristen, did she abandon the cat? She abandoned the cat to him, and he ended up having to take care of this cat. So it was not a good situation. And Kristen and I talked about this cat, and it would not be the type of cat that we would want around the children and all, but this cat needed a place to go. And so once she becomes adoptable, through the process of her quarantine, we may not be able to put her on the floor up for adoption. I'm just not sure what we're going to do because she can be dangerous. So we'll see. If anybody out there is looking for just giving a cat a home, I think she'll calm down. But I don't know that if she will ever lose her instinct to get you, So this is going to be a difficult cat for us to place. But in the meantime, we have 3 kitties.
Ooh.
They are kittens. Oh my goodness!
Oh, they look so cute. Do you know what their names are?
Slide them out.
I don't know if we even named them yet, did we?
Well, that would be
Onyx, Ruby,
exciting.
and Granite.
Okay, so these came in on Tuesday.
Oh, there's one more kitty.
Here they are.
Oh, this kitty's getting smushed.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. This is Onyx,
Oh, these are
right?
so cute.
The black one is Onyx.
I love these kitties. If I didn't have any cats, I would adopt all these right now.
Let's show them the kitties. This one is called, oh my goodness, second one in my lifetime. This is a smoke tuxedo.
Whoa.
Look at that little thing with the nose.
Oh.
Boop, 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 doop. Oh my goodness. Their mother, believe it or not, their mother is a snowshoe Siamese.
Whoa.
A snowshoe Siamese. And black came out of her. And she's gorgeous and sweet as, oh, she's so sweet. They're going to go to foster home tomorrow, but I thought I'd show you. This is the size that they are right now. This is probably the biggest you're going to see for a while. Most everything was born a month ago. And there's a lot of pregos out there right now. They're pregnant everywhere. So we are going to see kittens coming and coming and coming. These are just little sloths.
Oh, they're coming to
little
me.
sloths. Look at them, Isaac.
They're sniffing both of my arms.
Oh, my goodness.
And one in between is getting smushed by a two.
This one's all black. Look at this thing. Can I pick this one out and just show everybody?
That was my favorite.
Look at that cute thing.
Their paws, like the mittens, are like white.
They're mitten kittens.
And
Yeah, this is a
their...
tuxedo because she has the little mittens. But look at that face. Oh, you are so cute. They are with their mother. They're nursing. They're healthy. I think they're just going to be just great. They don't look fully 4 weeks old yet, but they're acting 4 weeks old. But they should weigh a pound for every month that they are until they're about 3 pounds. You can say a 3-pound kitten is a 3-month-old kitten. A 1-pound kitten is a 1-month-old kitten. That's a general rule. So usually we have to get them to 2 pounds before we can spay and neuter them. And that's only 2 months old, which is crazy, but they do great when they're spayed or neutered little like that. Oh, look at you. Now, if you notice, I don't know if you can zoom in, Mike, and see his eyes. Is it a boy or girl?
I can see it.
It's a girl. It's a boy. This is a boy. If you can see his eyes, they're blue. Okay? Until they're 6 weeks old, all the baby kitties' eyes are all blue. All the babies. Their eyes start out blue, just like our babies, and then they get color. And I just read about that recently, and it's because if they stay blue, then we lack, because I have blue eyes, then we lack something.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love blue. I love having blue eyes.
Yeah. But when they have color, something develops and they get color because of that. But otherwise, they stay blue. But you know what I just noticed? Look at the bottom of his paws. Look how they're little black paws on the bottom of this one. Little black toes. Look at that.
Oh, ow.
They're so
They have claws.
cute.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They're Velcro. So I always tell people like this, watch, they're Velcro. So when you have kittens, they're like Velcro. But you take your thumbs like this, and you take them and you go straight up the back of their feet, and they come straight off. Okay?
Whoa, that was funny.
And straight up just go straight up their foot like that, and they literally will just release their claw. But if not, then they know to cling. See? You can't get them off.
It's funny.
See? Look, I can't get them off. But if I take my thumbs and I go straight up the back of their feet, they come straight off like that. And then you don't pull them. Because what people will do is you let them hang on there, and then they pull them, and look. They're pulling on their claws and everything else. But if I go right up their feet, they come off like magic.
Like when you cling onto them, you move it up, and then
you move your thumbs up.
Like the hooks of the Velcro release.
Yes, that's right. So because people want to just pull the kittens off, and they're like, oh, they hurt. Well, their instinct is to hold on so they don't fall. This one is pretty, isn't he? Onyx, you got a Buddha belly. Look at that Buddha belly. That's a big belly.
Button belly?
You're eating up a storm. Your mom is doing a good job. Well, there's only 3. So this Saturday, we got a phone call. And Onyx is a boy, by the way, I could just tell just now. We got a phone call. Kristen said, Wendy, there's kittens that are bottle feeders, and she has to get rid of them. Can we take them in? And I said, how many? She said, 7. I said, oh my, that's a lot to have to bottle feed. So I said, but get them in here, because anytime we can help with babies that need our help, I usually am the one that takes them home, and I have only 1 or 2 other people that actually will bottle feed at their homes. But it is a round-the-clock thing, and after 4 days, which felt like 4 weeks, I was able to assess them. 2 of them went to a foster home that already had a mom and 4 kittens that she had herself and was nursing. I took the 2 babies. They were only about 10 days old on Saturday, so they were 2 weeks old. Yesterday, we put them with that mom, and she took them. And now they're part of her litter, and they have a mommy, and they get to nurse and everything. And the other 5 went to a foster home because they're at the verge of eating off a plate on their own. They were much older, by about a week and a half older. And so she's fostering those 5. And they are cute, but we named them after nuts.
That's a good name.
So we named Peanut, Cashew,
Squirrel. What about squirrel?
Filbert, Almond,
Ooh, almond.
Walnut,
Oh, walnut.
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut.
That's all their names. And they are super cute. They're black smokes, and they have half tails. Their tails are only half length, half the size that they're supposed to be. And a couple of them, their tails are all broken.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, they're really broken because a lot of times when they're being born, there's only so much room. And if their tail is in the wrong position where, as it's coming out, it breaks their tail. And a lot of times that's how that happens. And a lot of cats actually have a break in their tail, maybe just at the end, maybe in the middle. It just depends. But a couple of these kittens have some pretty major breaks. Not much you can do about it. You could always consult your vet if you did adopt one to see if it would be better if they amputated or cut off a part of the tail. But typically we just leave them. That doesn't seem to bother them whatsoever. You kind of like that one.
Yeah, I love this one.
Isn't it cute? So if you want to volunteer, this is a good time of year if you want to volunteer. We could always use volunteers. You still like volunteering, don't you, on Saturdays?
Yes, I would really recommend you guys to come and help out because every person can make an impact.
That is true. Every person is important in the ladder, oh, hello. Cannon is in here running around playing with a toy. Cannon needs to go home. He is the sweetest boy. And I don't know, can you get this, Mike? He's right here.
Oh,
he just dropped his toy for you. Hi, Cannon. You want to get your toy? He's like, what are you doing? Get your toy. He's playing with his toy. Now he's like, I don't know. I don't want to be on camera. Get it, Cannon. He's just running around with that in his mouth. Now he's going to be very sedentary. But yeah, we have lots of kitties, and you get to see kittens when you're here.
Oh, yes, that would be exciting.
Sometimes you even get to see the kittens born. If you're here when they have kittens, we tell everybody, there's kittens being born, there's kittens being born. And then the poor mom has a big old audience, but they don't mind as long as we're quiet. Yeah, maybe one day Mr. Mike can come. If we have kittens that are being born, maybe Mr. Mike behind the camera would come and tape the birth.
Oh, I always want to see that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I would just see the kittens.
Yeah, we have a couple of kitties right now that are going to have their babies any day now. Yeah, one of the moms looks like this one right here. That's what the mom looks like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Oh, your eyes are blue.
They're gorgeous. At 6 weeks old, they're going to change. So you can kind of gauge. If you find kittens outside, lots of people do. In fact, I don't know why people do this, but people who walk in the parkways, in the park systems, often call us and say, I was jogging or riding my bike or I was walking and I found a bunch of kittens under this bush. Please don't do that. That is a terrible thing to do. They cannot defend themselves. And I realize you're desperate, but just don't do that, please. But then they'll say, I don't know how old they are. One of the things you can check for is if their eyes are blue, they're under 6 weeks old. And that helps. That helps to know about how old they are. So, but definitely call us if you do find kittens out there. One of the things to note is that mama cats are nocturnal when they're outside. So you may find kittens in the morning and say, oh my gosh, I've been waiting all day for this mother to come back and the mother hasn't come back. Well, she might be off sleeping somewhere or she may still be out hunting. But typically they hunt at night. Sometimes they hunt at night and sleep all day. Look at this kitten is about as adorable. I don't know, Mike, can you see this? Look how this kitten is sleeping. Oh, I just disturbed him. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. Can you see that?
Are like this.
Oh my goodness. I just love him. I don't know why I started Kitten Krazy. It's not, I guess it's really not a mystery. I love them. Don't you love them?
Yeah, they're all little dollies.
Oh my gosh, they're so dolly-ish.
Dolly-ish.
All right, and on that note, why don't we kiss them and say bye-bye. Come and get us in about a month. We'll be ready. Right?
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, I just love them. Bye.